SSVC Legends, I want to say, were kind of favored in that match, more or less. I mean, just with the experience level and what we've been seeing from them in their past games, because SSVC were undefeated at the time. Milk just came away and impressed. And here we go off this first joust. Spaghetti taking that on offense, going right up, getting it stunned, stolen, Captain Will, and it's cleared.
Trying to get that clear, though, going right back, but still managed to get it through the tunnel there. I want to see a bunch of stuns from YPRM this match.
That he does, as Palidore spills his soda all over the place in his room and has no time to clean it up. So this is going to be a sticky keyboard later on, but that's okay. Isolate takes us away, and off to Meatballer. Meatballer backs it out again. Some nice passes from Spaghetti, and gets the handles and just kind of slow play to work it around the defense, but now a turnover.
Great snag from Jailgram there. Honestly, pour some soda on your keyboard. It'll clean it right up. Or milk, I mean. Use some milk to clean up that soda.
Here, why don't you take over for a moment, because this is going to make me feel very bad in about an hour from now if I don't take care of it.
Rox is subbing for Milk there. He's replacing... I have the list here pulled up here. Rox is subbing for C. Jason, who's not in here for some odd reason. But here, great passing there coming out from Milk there, up into the hands of Graham. They're trying to get that shot off, but Isolate taking and slapping it right out of there. Just trying to get that clear away from their bubble, which they do, but Rox Titan able to recollect it there, hold on to it, send that pass down, right down to Calendar. He's just trying to buy some time, let his team get set up, draw Meatballer there out of position, straight into the hands of Captain Will. What a great pass. He's looking for that low pass there. Back to Graham, back to Callan there, just trying to find that pass. They're going around, taking that long shot on the stunned goalie. What a setup and clutch, and taking advantage of it coming out from Milk there. What a great show, what a great timed stun. Great to see. Moving into the next round here with a joust advantage going to Spaghetti.
Do we have any isopropyl alcohol sponsors in the stream right now who are willing to sponsor a door? No? Okay, carry on, Shepard.
Carry on. All right. No rubbing alcohol for you. YPRM just taking that disc there. Getting stunned, though, from Graham there. Rox Titan taking that long shot just off the mark, a little bit to the left. Recollected by Isolate there. Holding on to it as Rox just missed. Getting that clear out of there perfectly as the triple stack from Spaghetti goes down there. YPRM takes the disc and sinks it clear as day, making it look easy. How goes the keyboard cleanup? Not well, I'm assuming. All right, moving once again into the next round. 3-3, even game, 3 minutes down. Taking that disc, slow rollout here. Pretty standard, just base rollout here. Just taking that disc, finding that cross pass down low to Rox Titan there. Looking for that up pass, but back to Captain Will. Just maintaining that possession. Little wide on that pass, right into the hands of Isolate. He's looking for that pass. Going straight into the hands of Meatballer, looking for that clear coming up here, seeing if he can take the long shot and going for the long bounce shot. Will he make it? In it goes, right off the roof. What a great shot from Meatballer.
A great shot. Answer your question from a round ago. Not nearly as easy on the cleaning end as it is for them to get those shots. That was a nice one. I'm watching from the sideline cams as I cry over spilt milk. Actually spilt soda, but close enough. For the sake of the pun, we'll go with that one.
It was milk.
Yeah, I mean, I would like it if it was milk, because that would be a lot easier to clean off the keyboard.
Oh, could you imagine the pun potential?
Yeah. Okay, Shepard, continue.
All right, Callan finding it back in their back line there, going for that clear, not looking for the pass, just sending it straight down there as the stack from Milk, really speedy stack, able to recollect it, but just dinging off the top bar of that goal. Trying to find that disc again is Captain Will, finding that disc, though, sending it off to Jailgram, Spaghetti unable to intercept it at all. It's just passing around there. They got that back, they got pressure in the back line there, 2 people on him there. Gets the pass off, but the pass is not good, so Graham slapping it back to his team there. Looks like YPRM is going to recollect it there, looking for that long shot. Just opts to clear it instead in a way that he hopes that his team can get down there. Meatballer Isolate all the ready down there with a triple stack from Spaghetti. Very quick team we see going there. Both of these teams are really speedy, actually. Callan just holding on to it, trying to find a good pass, using his teammate there to bring him down. just getting set up here in the goal. Callan with that pass there, but unable to make it connect as teammate pushes off too soon. But the clear is good. Actually, it looks like it might almost go in. Just a little left of it there. Back in the hands of Captain Will, who's able to recollect it and just buy his team some time to get set up in the bubble and on defense. Unfortunate slap there from Gerald Graham as he just sends it right back into the hands of Spaghetti.
Hi, Shepard. I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thanks. I'm satisfied with this current situation. Good as it's going to get. So you know what? Going to watch this match continue to unfold here, joining you after that brief delay, but it's going to be Wypern with that disc. The Stun Meister himself, Stun Master Mini Hat takes it out. JL can't get the clear, just lost his hands, but finds it on the second attempt. And there it goes into the bubble.
Happy with how you cleaned up, yes. That's good, because it's not worth crying over spilt milk, as Roxy slams it into that goal there.
You can't recycle my puns. I already used that one. And you know what? Cleaning up, though, is Rox Titan on that beautiful rebound into the spinny goal. You had one of those last night, too.
I will recycle your puns, because it's worth it to save this planet. Recycle. I don't know.
There are no turtles in space to save, Shepard, so never mind that. Over here it goes.
What about the space whales?
Fair point, but you know what? We can only save so much, and the space whales, they just have to go. Sorry to say.
Unfortunate. Wyperm there, holding that disc in mid there, trying to find that pass, going up to Isolate, making that pass Isolate, looking for that long pass over to Wyperm, finding that cross pass down to his teammate Meatballer, as Meatballer cleans it up, sinks it in there. And what looked like an easy play. They make it look easy, but it's not.
Took it in with some authority there, off a almost hook dunk, and looking good for the 8-5 lead on Spaghetti now. They have 3:30 left in this one, and just trying to build on that for Milk, coming from a point of behind, place from behind, and we'll see what they come back with. I mentioned the match against Legends. They kind of closed that out in an OT situation in one of those rounds, and just we'll see what they can do here right now. They have space and time, speaking of space and time, to make a run here late.
Oh, absolutely. They're just looking for that opportunity that they have going there. From Mini Hat stops them in the tracks there. But unfortunately, the disc is in the open as Rox Titan does not reclaim it, but it goes back in the hands of Graham anyway. Finding that cross pass to Callan there. Looking for a pass to Rox Titan, just narrowly missing his hands there. But Rox Titan's still able to get it. Going for that too, but stunned by Wyperm. Who else would stun someone so efficiently and so ruthlessly?
Taking it back again here for Spaghetti now. And yeah, you mentioned Wyperm. Obviously, for you guys, you have experience against the likes of Wyperm as they find a permanent place in the goal. It was Isolate to go up 5 points now for Spaghetti.
Oh, absolutely. Isolate just slamming it in there. Marking his territory almost.
And in the process, activating Siri, mentioning Spaghetti's name. Don't know how that works. Be quiet. Now, anyways, over here on the Joust, Milk, now down by 5, 2 minutes left. They still have time, but what do you think they need to go for? Do they need to start looking for those threes right now on the goalies, or stunning them, or
they have enough time to get 3 2s in there comfortably, but they just need to be able to get it up there. Stop taking these. They can't take their sweet time like they have been. They gotta get a plan, make it a motion, set it, and just execute it, because they have no time to play around like they are right now, because stuff like that'll happen. Meatball is going to take that disc, eyeing up that long shot, but it's not going to go in. It's going to get high. It's going to be reclaimed by Jail Graham.
That's one of the ones. And that's one of the ones that turnover there on the other side from Rox may be hurting, but at the same time, he does get on the other side, so Rox Titan finds it. 2-point game. There's about, a minute left, and minute and 30, in fact, and still time to go up. So luckily on that turnaround,
very fortunate placement there for Milk, as they're just able to get that down there to where they already had a stack and able to sink it.
Yeah, it was good look from Rox, so made up for any mistake on the other end. Talked about Rox Titan coming in here with plenty of sub opportunities and a lot of teams. He's been very effective, and I've been kind of a proponent of getting him on a team somewhere, because he's definitely a great player, but he's been doing work on the substitute end quite a lot as of late.
Spaghetti just needs to play this last 50 seconds here very slowly. If they can maintain that dispossession, they got the round in the bag. Looks like Wyperm's going to reclaim it, though, but Captain Will taking the disc, just missing the shot, going for the second shot here, up to his teammate. No, just off the backboard, just a narrow miss. Rox Titan able to reclaim it there, finding his teammate, putting it in, tying the game up. Captain Will just sinking that disc in there.
Captain Will, a thrilling shot late. So I talked about Milk and their ability to come through in the clutch. At least last night they did as much. And right there on that magic touch was Captain Will. So with 10 seconds left, I mean, there's an opportunity, not a lot of time, and that bounce is just gonna probably seal it off here and force this OT situation.
First round OT, let's go. OT.
That makes 2 Milk matches in a row. We're seeing these really tight rounds, and that's why I was telling you guys before the stream started that I was kind of looking forward to this one, because both of these teams on my list, my watch list, these up and comers,
Milk, brand new team, not a whole lot of competitive experience, but they're still out here showing up, performing really well. Right into OT here, though. Joust goes to Milk here, but they're unable to reclaim that disc, though. But we'll see what happens here, because it looks like a scramble for the disc right into the hands of Meatballer. Finding his teammate Wiperm, just trying to buy that passing lane, trying to find that shot. Just hoping for that bounce shot to go in, but Captain will able to reclaim it.
And maybe a missed opportunity on that one. They were trying to work it up, but you saw there were 3 defenders for Milk just kind of hanging in the back line. So for Spaghetti, a little bit more patience and playing closer to their goal might have helped them.
Just that missed pass, though. Milk could have sealed the deal there with this round there, but they just missed that pass. As it's going to go back in the hands of Callan, who's slapping it forward, trying to find his teammate. Just missing. Jailgram still going to find it, though, on the bottom there. Finding that pass over to Callan. Just on the right-hand side there. He just slowly walks out of the field, but here's what they're doing. They're finally taking that time, slowing it down, finding their passes, trying to go for that play as they go for the goalie stun, but Meatballer coming in clutch there, and Wiperm as well, collecting that disc. Had an opportunity to clear it, opted not to take it.
Question is, what do they do this time? We saw they were a little bit rushed that last time they turned it over. This time, trying just to get a strangle on that disc, and they finally do. There's 40 seconds left in this overtime. I believe if it did go to double OT, that might be the first one we've seen in VRML, period, as this shot or pass rather gets through, and 30 seconds to make something happen.
Going for that clear there, trying to find his teammate there. The bounce pass almost makes it, but it's going to be recollected first by Callan on that backline. Going for that clear again, but hits the blocks, does not get out of there. Meatballer and Spaghetti and Co. are just trying to walk it up the field now. Misses the pass to Mini Hat, though.
So another one of those unforced ones, this time on the offensive end. They do get it back. Now this is going to need to be a quick one. Go for the goalie, somebody. They don't. So as a result, double OT. Maybe, again, missed opportunity there because the goalie I think maybe one of the players, couldn't tell who it was, maybe Mini, but had time, not a lot, but had time to contest the goalie.
Oh, he did, but contesting the goalie is not always a guarantee there.
But with 5 seconds left,
that's all you can do.
That shot was not guaranteed whatsoever from back there, so going for the goalie, that was a must. Now, for Spaghetti here, they can still recollect, certainly. They have the disc right now. That is a beautiful duck-through move, shielding himself from Wiperm, so does get it off to Meatballer. And Meatballer now looking good, maybe on a numbers situation if they can find that, but they don't. So, again, a turnover potentially here off of some stuns.
Just looking at the cluster here for the disc, finding hands of Wiperm in the back line there. Finding his teammate just to passes off. We've seen a bunch of these rush passes so far that have been leading to clear and boost situations like this.
And
but it still looks like Spaghetti.
Just like that, it's another clear and boost of sorts taken here, but neither team see another quick fling. At this point, double OT, again, pretty sure this is the first one of this season and of the preseason, so in total, we're going in here for a total eclipse of the goal. It will be had for Milk in the first round, double OT.
How unfortunate there for Meatballer, off of his head into the... Just couldn't angle it right to bounce it out. What a double OT, though. Both teams played so close, and both of them are struggling there a little bit to get control of that disc and actually maintain that control, because each team was probably a little bit panicky in that situation, because double OT, 10 points. Whoever gets that next goal takes that guaranteed round.
Oh yeah, the nerves can be a factor in those situations. I've mentioned it a lot on these streams. When we do get these overtimes, a lot of the time I've said it recently, 75% of the time I feel they end within about 10 to 15 seconds off of OT joust, because usually they go full head on, and then there's 2 or 3 players left out of position. So the other team that does get the joust to the other side, they ended up winning. That time, we just saw back and forth, and no one able to get a mangle on the disc for solid 3 minutes. So yeah.
But it looks like we're having technical difficulties here from Spaghetti. Taking a timeout by the sound of the player comms here.
Okay, yeah, I have those muted at the moment, so I could not hear. Also have my keyboard unplugged at the moment, so I can't fix that. But yeah.
Well, your keyboard is a sacrifice at this point.
Yeah, that's all right. Worse has happened, and wouldn't be the first time that I've wrecked a keyboard being a little bit careless with drinks. But anyway.
Yeah, at least it was just a keyboard, not a laptop.
Also very true.
Silver lining.
Yeah, for these two teams, I mean, after a match like that of just back and forth for 13 minutes when you factor in the OTs, what do you think, I guess, as far as Spaghetti is concerned, what do they need to do? Because obviously they've come up a little bit short here early on in the season, coming in off of a bit of hype, at least from me, in the preseason for what their performance was. But right now, just they're really trying hard to find their foothold, get some wins on the column here. So how do you feel about them and their game in that round?
In that round, if Spaghetti, what they have going for them is they're very fast, very brawl heavy, and not a lot of teams know how to play around that, so it generally works out for them. But when you're playing against a team that can be just as fast and play around you just like that, you need to control the disc a bit more than what we saw from Spaghetti. They did a lot of rushed passes that didn't connect, that just ended up costing them a game for them.
Yeah, and that's definitely an astute point for them. Their teamwork last season, preseason that is, was looking really good with the resetting and the back passing, things like that. And you mentioned the brawls. It goes without saying that they're a very stun-heavy team, YPerm especially, and not a lot of teams know how to deal with it all the time. You're very correct. It's one of those things where it's just mathematically, right? If you in 4v4 especially, when you have that extra, maybe slightly more dedicated brawler who is able to hold off, 2 players for the opposing team at the same time. I mean, that automatically puts you in a number situation for your team.
Yeah, absolutely. But it looks like they're readying up here again, so maybe we'll get this match started here soon. Oh.
Yeah, it looks like magic words from Shepard made it work. So round 2, finally, after that brief delay.
I'm a magic man.
That you are. You and your wizard sleeve. Shout out to Sputnik for that term that he coined.
I love it. All right, and once again, Milk taking the quickest joust there, but I Blow It Sports is just in the way. Looks like they had a swap out from Rox Titan to I Blow It Sports, actually. Or no, Rox Titan's on Milk. What am I saying? Has I Blow It Sports been here this entire time, or am I crazy?
I mean, they're not mutually exclusive, but stolen here right back by Meatballer. And YPerm taking that, going to the tunnel. So maybe trying to look for those passes, but the spacing not quite there. Too short of a range and too much defense clustering up just to force these really tough passes into turnovers.
It looks like our camera crashed.
Did it now? That is definitely not good. Is it? Are we?
It's a nice black screen.
Are we at least on stream?
All right,
okay,
hey, it's back. Hi,
you didn't miss much, audience. Didn't this happen before? Well, I can assure you, audience, in the event that I'm unmuted, we are okay. We'll be okay. Right. We're settled down. Don't worry. This shot is not going to go down. False alarm. You've heard of these false starts we see from teams sometimes, but today, the VRML team with a false finish. Just got to keep you on your toes over there on the stream, so glad you're paying attention. It was all part of the plan.
Absolutely. Meatballer taking that disc, trying to contest that triple stack there, just trying not to let them rush him and take that disc with ease. YPerm looking for that shot, just manages to get it to Meatballer there. It's not an easy pass from mid to the tunnels there. It really is not. Finding YPerm again, but the pass once again does not connect. What we talked about earlier, those passes from Spaghetti are what's hurting them. They're just rushing them. They're unable to connect, and they're just off.
A little bit. Now there is some, again, the tight defense as well from Milk, and I saw that last night from Milk. They had very, very good defense, not only in the 2-point area, the bubble, but right there in the midfield. And it was a team effort going in for the team effort off the great pass. JL slams it in.
Finding that too. Great setup there by Milk. And yes, it does look like iBlowout was subbed out for Isolate there. I was right. He was not here in the first round.
Yeah, he meant to be here, but, you know, as he says, isolate. All right, off it goes here to Spaghetti again on the launch. And taken by Meatballer in the tunnel. Looking for trouble because JL Graham is in the distance. And right now, like you said, Spaghetti trying to find those passes, but they're just kind of all astray.
Once again with that missed pass, and here we see the stack from Milk coming in, putting it in for that easy 3 from Rox Titan there. What a great sub to have on your team. You couldn't ask for a better substitute.
Hey, he's been doing work for sure across many teams. I've lost count at this point, but he's had to have subbed at least, I want to say maybe in upwards of 8 times, if not more, even 8 matches. I don't know how many teams, but yeah, just doing work all over the place. And I'd be remiss to shout out his excellent commentary video he did, analysis video that he did on Joker and Infinite's match, which you can go find on YouTube or on the Discords. Just shout that out real quick.
Trying to find that long shot. Captain able to recover it there, looking for that pass, finding Rox Titan there, but the pass does not connect. Looks like he had to rush it a little bit because he didn't realize that an enemy was on him. But Meatballer finding that disc, looking for a pass there, realizing nobody was at goal when he was about to shoot it. iBlowout getting himself back in position to get that reset there, going for that long pass. Once again, does not connect, and now JL Graham is able to recollect it, finding his teammate. Passes from Milk are on point here tonight, though, so far. As I say that, of course, they miss one.
Looking good overall. Of course, commentators curse, always a thing at times, but doesn't take away from the fact that, yeah, the Milk is very good on that end. Right now, just back and forth, really, so we'll see what unfolds. Actually, an open goal, but can't get the roll off the backboard.
Oh, Rox Titan trying to reclaim it for his team there. Slaps it back, trying to find his teammate, but no, YPerm was able to slap it out for the clear there, with the stack coming in. But the leech from YPerm showing that he can do it on his own if he has to. But unfortunately, Captain was able to recollect it, going for the long shot there, bouncing off of Nest. And now it's a boost race once again, but it looks like Milk is able to claim it, but unable to sink it from that range.
They'll still get another attempt, though, off this great long pass on a stunned-out goalkeeper. iBlowout Sports has been really impressing as of late, and just tossing the disc aside angrily there as it respawned. That was kind of funny. But yes, unable to save that one off that good passing and stun play.
What a soft shot that was, too, going in just at 14 meters a second when it left his hand.
Yeah, and there were a lot of other players congested in the area, and sometimes between the stuns, even if they're not going off, just the claustrophobia alone makes it hard to really recognize or grab the disc at times if there's too much traffic in there.
Oh yeah, the more clustered it is, it works both ways, so it's hard to make that shot because the chance that someone might grab it is high, but saving it as well is rough. But another clear coming out from Milk here, as unable to recollect it, those YPerm's able to get there first, finding his teammate, finding Mini Hat down in mid there, taking that long bounce shot, but Captain Will able to save it. Finding his teammate, no, going for a save.
Just the same. It was a Meatballer there pressuring that one and taken right back by iBlowout Sports, looking for a good pass. There's the passes we're looking for from Spaghetti. They have 4 minutes left to make some nice heady plays here. That's going to be a good one for the goal, and there's 2 points. Finally here after just a very long drought in round 2.
Finally saw Spaghetti's passing connect there, so they're actually able to get the points there. Great play there from Spaghetti. Let's see if they can keep it up, though. I want to see them keep this momentum going.
It's certainly possible. 3:40 left. If they can execute the passes like that one, that last rollout, they'll be good. But for Milk, you got to fear their ability to just close off these passes and close off the games as they've been doing, well, all weekend, quite frankly.
I want to see another overtime. Wouldn't that be exciting? But Captain Will saying, no, we're going to extend this lead even further as he puts it in right over his head.
So in other words, you want to see an overtime, but for Captain, he's saying he's more like Captain Won't. Yeah? Yeah.
Yes. He said he was the captain now, and he will not go to overtime again.
Yeah, last night, I mean, we had in that match Legends and Milk, Captain Canada on one team, Captain Will on the other. So it was, captain versus captain, and it ended up being Will to throw the other one overboard.
Oh no. But YPerm taking that disc, looking for that cross pass to his teammate Meatballer, taking it up, probably a little, held onto it for a little bit too long, but YPerm able to find that drift and put it in right behind his head there, right in the bottom of the goal. Going for that slam dunk.
Using those educated hands of his to find the disc this time instead of other players' heads, which he really likes going for, but yeah.
He's got those speedy hands.
Speedy V?
Speedy V hands? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Either
Something
way,
like that.
Shout out to Speedy V. But Captain Will taking it here over to Rox. Rox finding himself just the open goal. And that is going to be maybe a back-breaking play because it pushes the lead right back up here to 12 to 4 at 8 points. And it's just not something that's going to be easy to come back to. You need to score a few times now for Spaghetti, and it's tough. We'll see.
Spaghetti has to get 2 threes here within the next minute to be able to be in this.
And they're going to try and make it happen here. I Blow It Sports rolling out from that midline, receiving the pass, dishing it down low, and right back to I Blow It Sports.
Had
he
2
has
open
3
teammates
players
there,
over there, and just, didn't go for the teammates. So that will be a damaging one just the same, 12 to 4 still, and 90 seconds remaining.
Fast stack from Spaghetti coming, though, but a fast one from Milk coming to challenge it as well. Right back into the hands of Rox Titan there. Is just sitting there perfectly. Milk trying to send this lead even further and make it impossible for them to come back at all, which YPerm stuns out Rox Titan, going for that slam dunk, saving them a potential another goal. But now if they can get together and boost fast enough and get a 3, it doesn't look like they might still be in this.
Even without like a shot now from Milk, it's just less than a minute left. It's still the lead remaining at 8. I mean, clock not on the side right here. Spaghetti just trying to find their time, and there it is with a gentle kind of 180 turning into a goal for Meatballer.
They still have time to get 2 threes, but they're going to be very quick threes.
Yeah, and as much as anything, there'd have to be a lot of mistakes here from Milk in that short time period. We've seen crazier things, granted, so not ruling it out, but they need to act fast.
Let's see if they're able to act on that desire, but it looks like the disc is going to be cleared out anyway on a headbutt from Milk as they get the disc, going for that another shot there. But Mini Hat able to get that bounce back off the missed shot, trying to find that clear, trying to find his teammate actually from Meatballer there. I Blow It Sports already on the way down, trying to find that cross pass, unable to connect though, as it bounces right back to the hands of Jailgram there.
So clear he does get, and win they will get for Milk. So again, Milk looking quite unspoiled despite the best attempts of Rajumba in the chat the past 2 days asking for spoiled Milk. But no, not the case. This time, Milk coming away with a strong weekend performance, not looking weakened at all against these 2 talented teams. 12 to 6 in the second.
What a match, though, for Milk to show off that they know what they're doing and they're here to make an impact on this tournament and the league entirely. But you say no spoiled Milk, but I think they've already spoiled it with the ice cubes in the milk.
Yeah, well, that's true. It's like I said, it's one of those things that they undid a lot of goodwill, but then I guess you have Captain Will to put it right back in. So whatever.
He's Goodwill.
Yeah, Captain Goodwill.
Exactly.
Had himself a good game. Couldn't tell you the stats because I think they got wiped, and I can't.
They got wiped immediately.
My end anyway. So, but either way, yeah, just good team play, and that's what I mentioned from Milk yesterday too. Is that what impressed me a lot with them? It wasn't really an individual effort; it was more so collective. On defense and on offense with the passes and the cutoffs all over the field. So good stuff from them. For Spaghetti, a tough loss, but again, I mean, sky is the limit for Spaghetti.
Oh, absolutely.
They just need, I think, some more time to gel, and yeah, they'll get right back to where they were, I think. But obviously, not the start to this first 2 weeks of gameplay that they wanted. But yeah, just
it doesn't always start your way, but you just got to push through it, and the victories will come.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you know, with like you admitted yourself with Flair, you didn't get the start you wanted, but then like the first 1 or 2 games, but then the last, what, 3 games, 4 games now? I mean, I don't know how many you got because you had those challenges, but you've Flair's looking like right back to where they were, and it's like all good again, you know?
It just took some adjusting.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's why it's, as I said earlier too, in the streams, it's just you take that mentality with you that it's a long season, and week to week, it's new games, new challenges, and you know what, one off week, one off game is not going to take away from the overarching goal of just competing in a season. So for Spaghetti, they got a lot of time to get it right back together. For Milk, they're putting it together and look to continue that into the future.
Mm-hmm.